the second character for our December 19th Star Wars Rebels game. It's going to be from my buddy Scott. He's wanting us to make him a spy sleeper agent who's kind of doing the whole wet works and nefariousness. So he's all about doing wet works and establishing his cover identity. So let's get to work on making his character. Now, when he spends his extra experience points, we've already had all 50 spent for the Imperial Cadet tree, which is not in the Ogg Dude character builder yet. So we're just going to imagine there's an extra 50 points there and put it right into that talent tree, which I'll show you that to you at the end there. So we're going to go ahead and set him up. And he's going for the extra 10 experience for his obligation. First, we're going to go with campaign. The nice thing is it has them all in there. Background, middle class struggles. It is an ancient religion because we all know it's about the Hookie religion. And we're going to go with privilege just because. So for his duty, he was wanting to split it up. And the first one was going to be the very, very naughty wet works. And the second one, oh, it's up here, I believe. Let's see, do they have it? Let me pull up my notes real quick. We Be Rebels is the chat group name. Legend crafting. Let's grab the right mouse. Which legend crafting is all about creating identities. Species, he's going to go with human. So he gets to select one non-career skill. So let's get his humanness in there. And then when we will go to his career so we know what is not a class career. Spy, sleeper agent. So he's going to be the slicer computer guy of the team. Let me pull up my notes for his character. So he's going with computers, deception, since he's the face guy of the group, knowledge warfare, and stealth. Then he's going to go with charm and knowledge education because the trees he has uses knowledge education for stuff. So he knows things. He sneaks and he knows things. So let's find let's go back, a non-career skill. And you know what? Since he's going to be a co-pilot in a Y-wing, we're going to go with gunnery. And let's see. What's a good one? I'm almost thinking ranged or melee. Make him the melee fighter of the group too. That's a good choice. That way he's got some melee goodness. Now we're not gonna eat up a lot of his points in one thing. We're gonna spread him down to be the guy who does a lot of things well. So he's got the agility 3, the cunning 3, and the intel 3. This way he knows things and he's got a decent pool. He's got 20 left. And we're going to go and get some of his tactical tree. So we're going with, let's see. checking my notes again. Cunning personality. It looked like that was it, but we were going to go into his skills and buy a point of perception since it is a career skill, because we need him to be able to spot things. Oh, let's fix that real quick. And got 10 points left here. We're going to go for a rank of skullduggery for sneaking around. No, you know what? We're going to keep that at we're going to go 0. We're going to go for another of computers. We want him to be the good computers guy. So we'll burn that 10 points in computers. So he's got, whoa, there we go. 2 ranks in computers. That makes him a pretty good computers guy because they're going to need a slicer to get them into trouble and stuff. So let's set that up. We've got that set up. Since he is, in theory, taking an obligation, so that way he's got one in there, but unfortunately it only lets you do 2, so he'll have an obligation of 10. He's going to get 2,500 credits. Get that in there. Blip. And cancel. That way he's got some cashola. So we do know for his career that he's going to take. Let me flip this over here. See if it works. I've got a website up. There we go. You should be able to see the website. This is conveniently from the wiki page of, if you just put in Edge of Empire wiki, this comes up. So this is the Imperial Cadet talent tree, which is going to unlock more career skills. Here he has that one, but it'll give him the ability to pilot and range light, which is why I went for melee with him earlier. And we're pretty much going to burn all 50 points that I'm giving him in knowledge specialization. When acquired, choose 1 knowledge skill when making that skill. Let me double check the notes, make sure I got the right ones here. I'm pretty sure that's the one. So knowledge, warfare, much more skills. So knowledge specialization. So additional successes, so we know stuff. Then we have tactical combat training, melee and range. Oh, that might, I'll stick with what we got. That's cool. So that way future ranks will be helped. So he basically has all the combat skills as career skills now. And then he has the very knowledgeable, powerful one, which is known schematic. Once per session, may perform a known schematic maneuver. Make a hard knowledge education check. Success grants familiarity with a building or a ship's design. The reason why I want him to have this one is this will let him get into a base, and because he was an Imperial cadet, he knows the Imperial floor plans of a ship or a base or building or whatnot, because we all know Imperials use prefab everything. So that way it gives me as a GM a story point to help him out with stuff. And then of course, he can go further on if he wants to get his own vehicle. He now has piloting as a career skill thanks to this tree. So that way, if we get a 4th vessel, the group can then let him take one. So that way, just adds extra stuff to it. Gives them more opportunity, more options, because I don't like anytime some player's stuck in a corner and they can't do things. So this way it gives them more options. Let me flip back to the character generator. That should be flipping back for you now. So back to Ogg Dudes. So we do know he's going to be a passenger in the vehicle, so we don't have to worry about that. He does have some cash. So we of course want to hook him up with some slicing gear. So nice thing about access to all this good stuff. Let's go to slicing tools. So we have the Black Ops Breaker. Adds 2 blues to any computers to slice computers. I like it. It's a huge chunk of change, but it is worth it. So we're going to purchase that. Now, I'm not really worried about our spy getting a blaster out of the back, because trust me, people will be shooting people, and it makes it really easier. So the Black Ops data breaker is basically the Uber version of a slicer gear, and it's in page 193 of Age of Rebellion. So, yeah, we're going to also buy a data spike. Normally, I don't buy unless I get two or three, but yeah, we're going to buy that. Then we need to get him some armor, but we want some nice armor. So let's get him some nice armor. Cloaking coat, cloaking coat is nice. But something nicer. I always like that. I'm a fan of this one too. Hologram up his outfit. That's super tempting to spend the money for that, but you know what? We're going to do that. This way he can program his clothes. As a computer guy, it's going to let him actually change what his garment looks like. Check to record the facsimile of garment. That's always nice. I'm a fan of that because this way, if he's a spy guy, he can go click click, and he can use his clothes to do that. And it does give him no soak, but it does give him melee and range defense. And let's go look at weapons because he's getting kind of low on money here. He's good on melee. He's going to be, let's double check his skills. He's going to be okay with melee. Not great, but okay. He's going to be really good as soon as he puts some skills into his range attacks. So we don't really want to get in trouble with the gun here, but we're going to see if there's a cheap holdout blaster. We're going to purchase those because I'm all about giving him clandestine weapons. Successful brawl attack with a gear. That's a brawl. That's a range attack. Yeah, I like the punch dagger. This way he's got a bunch of nice concealable weapons. Gaffy stick. Got 500. We're going to purchase at least one of those. It's nice to have those just in case you need to blow out something's stun spore. That's always a good one too. But let's find him something nice. Fusion cutter, because obviously sometimes you need to fusion cut somebody. Ah, the old Carillion cutlass. Ancient sword. Let's see all the good choices. All the good choices. Stalker Vibrosphere. Oh, as I bang some stuff. That's a trophy item. Those are just fun. We're going to go through these real quick. Do 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 do. Military belt pouch. That's always a good purchase. Field rations. Let's see. Security espionage. We're going to buy that just in case. Yes. And disguise kit. Okay, 260. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not going to blow lots of his cash on that. We're in the 165 range. It's a good solid pistol. Addle. We're going to go ahead and purchase that one. And that leaves 15 credits. I don't think we've got any real weapons we can go for. Yeah. But in gear there is. Hmm. Yeah, we're going to purchase that too. Okay, so we're gonna print standard options. Bum 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 bada bum bum bada bum bum bada bum 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 bum. So this is going to be his character. He's got a punch dagger, which he's very nice with. We've got it's because they're inferior. It's a cheap blaster, but that's okay. It gives him some medium range just in case. We've got his data purge grenade. He's really good with computers. He's good with murdering people. Going to be even better with gunnery. That way he can shoot a ship's gun. Let me jump into Twitch and make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. Because it'd be a little embarrassing if you can't. Let's see. That's not it. There we go. So there's his character sheet. He's pretty standard when it comes to wounds and strain. He's pretty good at a lot of things. Not a master of any per se, but he's pretty good at a lot. He's going to have a few more of these in here so he can use basically his cunning instead of his presence for charm, which is going to be nice for him because his presence is 2. So for his charm, he can actually use, he'll have 3 dice there. Let's see. And he's got all of this equipment here, which let's zoom in real quick. Make sure you guys can see the zoom in profile. So sap gloves does damage 4, concussive 1. Spotting a sap glove requires daunting perception. So you can be wearing these gloves in his holographic uniform and nobody will be the wiser. His punch dagger adds +2 perception to find it. His data purge grenade can basically ruin a droid's day as well as clear anything in there. And his inferior blaster pistol. Then he's got a holographic costume, easy computer check to record new garment, daunting computer check to record facsimile of garment. Then we've got his items here, military belt pouch, gives lockpick set, beautiful thing of the authentication tools, and the stim sets. And this is the big one, is the Black Ops data breaker. So that's a really nice one. So he can blend in and slowly but surely he will be stealing costumes to use in character. So we will go ahead and print the PDF, print the whole page, call him Spy Guy, and save. Now, of course, like I said, you also want to remember that not only is he going to be in this tree, but he's also going to be getting, let me switch ones. He's going to be over here getting knowledge specialization, tactical combat, and known schematics. So it's going to be 20 to get the universal tree. It's going to unlock these 3 skills, and he's going straight down this side. Probably going to be going blip, 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 blip. But that's just me. I do love targeted firepower, by the way. For the rest of the encounter, allies within short range get advantage to their attacks equal to the successes from the check. So basically, he points out all the weak spots. So this is a really, really powerful anti-imperial thing. And since he's a sleeper agent, it's perfect that he went to the academy, became a spy, changed his mind, and now he's into getting, killing special targets or setting up legacy contacts, which means he puts fake identities in the system. So he's kind of alias. He's kind of the both the daughter and the father character, father killing people, daughter getting aliases. So he comes in really handy that way. So he gets to be the face man of the A team of our team. Let's flip back page. We're going to go back to Ogg Dudes. You guys should be seeing the character builder again. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let me find it real quick. Okay, so that's the character. We've spent everything but 10 credits. We're gonna go ahead and change that to show and take that out. Make sure we got all the weapons there. Yep, that looked like all the weapons. You know what, on this one, just not a fan of the inferior. We're gonna go ahead and sell that one for 100% credit, which will give him back 160. And let's find something better. Let's see. In the 150 range, we've got a lot of old-fashioned guns, so let's see what we got. Yeah, we're gonna go with the auto pistol. It's a little machine gun pistol. It's got auto fire, so it can shoot lots of rounds. So it's basically your little Uzi. So that's a little bit better. And let me just double check. I think a reload is 50. Yep, that'll pretty much do it. We're gonna clip that. Make sure that's there. We're gonna print standard. We're gonna override the previous one real quick. And then next time I will show you how easy it is to enter the characters in as override spy guy. Yeah, the Vret auto pistol is way better. It's nice. The every 2 advantage, it will go ahead and give you another hit with the auto pistol. So it's something he can get close to somebody and just oozy into them. And we're going to go ahead and save the character. We've got it saved, and pretty much that's all we need. Next time we get together, I'll go ahead and pull up a new lobby. That's my mission for tomorrow morning or tonight, depending on how the case may be. Pull up a Roll20. I'll actually walk you guys completely through a Roll20, how to set up the API for the Star Wars dice. And I'll go ahead and put in both of our characters here, our astromech and our spy guy, and you can see what they look like when you get them all entered in. That way you guys have a fully understanding of how you guys can get in and play Star Wars on Roll20, because I mean, you can do any of the virtual tabletops. I just personally like Roll20 because I've been playing with it for a couple of years, and you know it's easy. I mean, honestly, it's easy. From the GM's point of view, you guys seen some of the videos when I pull up the dice pool and manipulate the difficulty or the upgrades. Players can do that too, but usually they just like to let the GM do it because it makes life easier, because that way they just click their skill and use it. So we'll get it all set up. Everything will be put in, and you guys can see how you too can get on and play. And we're starting this one December 19th on Saturday evenings, late 9 o'clock Mountain Time, after Daylight Savings Pacific Time. If you guys are interested, I may be starting up another group, so keep an eye on the Patreon page, because that's usually where I start votes. Like that's where we voted on Y-Wings versus Base and Lambda Shuttle. So keep an eye on that before the end of Christmas. Before Christmas is here, I'll announce another game. And you don't have to be a Patreon patron to get in the games. It's just I usually give patrons a week to sign up for games before everybody else, because I want to tip my hat to them for helping support the podcast. So if you are a patron, you do get early access to signing up for games. If not, before the actual game starts, everyone gets a fair chance if they haven't taken all 5 seats. I like to keep my groups at 5. And if you have any questions, hit me up on Facebook. It's Creative Playing Podcast Network. And I'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty, guys. Like always, thank you for watching and have a great weekend coming up. And happy Hanukkah for those who practice. Thank you.